Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Gamer's Thoughts discussion. And this I'm going to be talking about the Sonic Frontiers trailer, which I know a lot of people have already done their discussions on, and this is going to be up a little bit late on YouTube. But that's also because my computer just got back to being in workable condition. So, sorry, you got a little congestion that's in my throat, and I'm trying to deal with that. So if I sound a little funny, that's why. So, Sonic Frontiers trailer looks great. I'm not gonna lie, it looks awesome. It actually gives me the vibes of that first Sonic 06 trailer, the one that we had originally, like before they decided to change everything up and make it a completely different game from what it looked like. That's the type of vibe I get out of it, even though you don't really see Sonic dealing with a lot of enemies like this. There's a few chasing him, a few drones chasing him. But for the most part, I think that they've nailed the look. So that's not an issue. The problem is that there was no gameplay. That was a very, very empty, no gameplay trailer. And with that, I mean, how do we know what the game is actually going to feel like? Is it going to be the same style that modern Sonic has had since the changeover after after Unleashed? Or is this going to be like a Lost World type feel? Or is it going to be more like Dreamcast era Sonic? Are we looking at that? Because this gave no indication of gameplay. And they're saying it's supposed to be ready for holiday of next year. Now, we know this has been a game in the works for at least a couple years now, so that doesn't bug me. But by this point, they should at least have some gameplay footage that they could show. Even if it's only 10, 15 seconds of it. At least there should be some gameplay footage to give you an idea of what you're stepping into outside of it just being an open world Sonic game. Which is something that I think was a good idea anyway. Because then you can really showcase the character's speed in the way it should be showcased properly. So that makes sense. But there's another issue, and that's that this world looks almost too realistic. Now, if we're going with the two worlds thing, which was confirmed to be a thing, if we're going with the two worlds thing, then this is Sonic on human Earth and not the Mobius version, which I think Mobius wasn't even an actual term for Sonic until recently. I think it was something that they did in the comics, but it wasn't legitimate for the games. And it may still not be legitimate for the games. I'm not certain on that. But everyone will consider Mobius the counterpart to Earth. Like the Sonic's worldly counterpart to Earth. Now, maybe, because the title is Frontiers and not Frontier, you may be jumping between both worlds. I don't know for certain. But I mean, at least just going with the hint of the name, that's a potential thing that could be done. And maybe they will be able to show off some structures from Sonic's world or how Sonic's world is developed. Because you got to think about this. Over the years, all the Genesis games and stuff happened on the Mobius version of Sonic's world. None of them were in the real world. Or none of them were in what would be considered our version of Earth. They were all in Sonic's version of it. So, that's why I would think, you would have to see a bunch of different types of structures and different colors. Unfortunately, the colors in this trailer were not very vibrant and they didn't stand out. Not to say that the colors weren't bright, but you got to think about how loud Sonic's world looks in comparison. And even when they've done the 3D games, even with 3D games, In Sonic's world, the colors are bright and stand out. And when he's on our Earth, the colors are more dulled, more mute. So I would assume, again, that this is likely at least starting on our version of Earth, if it's not wholeheartedly on our version of Earth. Now, I can't hint at what the story would be, but again, I'm just looking at it from the perspective, if I was in that seat and I named this, Frontiers is a world of multiplicity, meaning more than one. So if there's more than one frontier, then I would assume that that means multiple worlds. And I hope I'm correct on that. Whether those multiple worlds are alternatives to each other or there's time travel involved, I'm trying to figure that part out. Because again, they didn't really leave a lot of hints. So that is something to think about. But I am looking forward to see what they show off for in the coming year. Because they have still a year of development, advertising, and prep for this game to release. So I am looking forward to see what they do and how they handle it. Because this could be the game to put Sonic back on the map, or it could be the one to put him back in his grave. It all depends on how they do it. But please, for the love of all things holy, don't let this turn out to be another Sonic 06. Because if it turns out to be another Sonic 06, you can effectively flush the 3D installments of Sonic down the toilet. You can effectively do that. Another thing I would love to know is if we're going to get to play as any other characters. As much as I like Sonic, he's not the character I want to play with all of the time. I like playing with Tails. I like playing with Knuckles. I like playing with Amy, Shadow, Rouge, all of them. Give me the option to have other characters to play as. And have them be able to do shit Sonic can't, which they can do that Sonic can't. It's annoying to see Sonic all the time be the only character you play as. Especially when the other characters, yeah, they all have a similar base gameplay style. Like, there's nobody arguing against that. But they all offer something different that Sonic doesn't. So let them offer that something different. But again, I'm not the one making the decisions. I'm not the one in control of the franchise. And it's not like Sega's going to come knocking on my door tomorrow. Hey, can we have your brain to work on our Sonic game? Just ain't going to happen. But I'm trying to remain hopeful. As a longtime Sonic fan, I am attempting to remain hopeful for this game because I would like to see it actually be good. And I'm hoping that with all of the failures that Sega has had, or the mediocre releases that Sega has had for Sonic, that they took some time to look at it and be like, okay, we need to fix this. These are the issues that we have come across. These are the things that people complain about. Let's do what we can to fix this game at its core in its gameplay mechanics. And to never do a story like Sonic 06 again. Never. Maybe not a story like just the bestiality stuff. Let's not do that ever again. Okay? But I want to see it do well. Like I said, I am a huge, long-time fan of Sonic. And I understand how the fandom of Sonic operates. I am not one of those types of people. I look at the character as a whole, and I like the things about him that I like. But I am also of the realization that Sonic has been dancing around for the last 20 years with one foot in the grave. So let's hope he can bounce back from where he has been and become synonymous with good gameplay again. Well, those are my thoughts on Sonic's Frontiers trailer. If you guys have anything that you would like to say, please do so in the comments. Thank you very much for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out, everybody.